All right, it's 6 o'clock. Go ahead and call this meeting to order. Can you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you. Can we get a roll call?
Commissioner Gill, absent. Commissioner Jamu,
Here.
Commissioner Johnson, Commissioner Perez, Chairperson Condit.
Here. Conflict of interest. Is there anyone on the commission that would like to declare a conflict of interest? All right, seeing none, move to citizens communication. While the Ceres Planning Commission welcomes and encourages participation in the Planning Commission meetings, adopted rules allow no more than 5 minutes for expression on non-agenda items. Matters under the jurisdiction of the Planning Commission and not on the posted agenda may be addressed by the general public. However, California law prohibits the Planning Commission from taking action on any matter which is not on the posted agenda unless it is determined to be an emergency by the Planning Commission. Citizens are entitled to address the Planning Commission on any agenda item subject to the 5 per minute provision. Is there anyone that would like to make a public comment? Seeing none, anybody on Zoom?
There are no hands raised on Zoom and there are no emails received.
All right, go ahead and close citizens communication. Moving on to the consent calendar. All matters listed on the consent calendar are considered routine in nature and will be enacted by one motion. If discussion is required, that particular item will be removed from the consent calendar and will be considered separately. Anyone on the commission that would like a consent item pulled? Anybody in the public? Anybody on Zoom?
No hands raised.
Seeing none, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve item 1 and 2. You got a first and a second? Get a roll call?
Okay, that was Commissioner Johnson that seconded it.
Yes.
Commissioner Jamu,
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson, Commissioner Perez.
Yeah.
Aye. Chairperson Condit.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0.
All righty, moving on to public hearings, item number 3. Turn it over to Ms. George.
Good evening, commissioners. We're just pulling up the presentation. There it is. Tonight's item is a conditional use permit, application 2529 for the Nava Hair Salon. This request is for the use only. The applicant is proposing to operate a boutique hair salon within an existing, previously approved multi-tenant building. So site plan review is not being discussed this evening. The building and site improvements were previously reviewed for compliance with city standards and no new construction is proposed. Next slide. The project site is at 991 Premier Drive on the northeast corner of Premier Drive and Farm Supply Drive. The parcel is approximately 0.66 acres and is developed with a multi-tenant industrial building. This specific tenant space would be converted to a salon use via an approved conditional use permit and a tenant improvement building permit only. Next slide. So here is the aerial vicinity map for reference. Next slide. So for zoning and general plan compliance, the subject property is zoned Planned Community 50 or PC 50 for the Service Road Industrial, and it has an underlying zone district of M2 for general industrial. The general plan land use designation is also general industrial. So the PC 50 district allows some flexibility for a mix of uses that include commercial and industrial uses. The M2 zone district allows for hair salons subject to a conditional use permit, while the general industrial land use designation is primarily for larger industrial operations. It does allow for incidental services and specialty retail uses when compatible, which is what we reviewed it for here. In reviewing the site for compliance with a conditional use permit, we looked at the adequacy of the site. The existing building and site improvements have already been reviewed and approved, and there are no modifications being proposed to that. The site is served by Premier and Farm Supply Drive, which are adequate to handle the limited salon traffic. The salon use will not generate any noise, odors, heavy traffic, or outdoor activity that would conflict with any neighboring properties. And there are conditions of approval included to ensure the salon operates in a manner consistent with city code and community standards. Next slide. So this is just another aerial image showing the surrounding land use. So this is an industrial part of town. It is primarily surrounded with industrial uses or vacant uses that are planned for industrial. As mentioned, the salon is a low-intensity personal service use that will not create conflicts with any surrounding industrial uses. Additionally, the project and the subject site was evaluated under CEQA, the California Environmental Quality Act. It qualifies as a categorical exemption under CEQA Guidelines 15301, existing facilities. The salon will occupy an existing tenant space. There's no physical expansion proposed, and it will not intensify activity to a level that results in environmental impacts. Next slide, thank you. Here's an image of the site plan, again, only being provided for reference only since the site plan review and approval was already conducted previously. Next slide. That concludes my presentation. Staff does recommend that the Planning Commission find the project categorically exempt under CEQA and adopt a resolution that approves the conditional use permit for the operation of the Nava Hair Salon on a 0.66 acre lot located at 911 Premier Drive. Myself and the applicant are both available for questions if the commission or public have any.
Thank you so much. Any questions from the commission? Seeing none. Anybody in the public like to comment on this item? All right, seeing none, go ahead and close public comment. Any questions? No, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve. First and second, we get a roll call.
Commissioner Jamu,
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson, Commissioner Perez,
Aye.
Chairperson Condit.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0.
All righty, moving on. New business none, public meetings none, unfinished business none. Anybody got any reports? Nope. All right, go ahead and adjourn to our next scheduled planning commission meeting on Monday, October 6th, 2025. Thanks.
Thank you.